Men are simple. A YouTube video by Keira Lothan. I genuinely haven't seen this woman until like 5 seconds ago. Okay, 5 minutes ago when I was just adding some videos to watch in the future. And yes, I know I was supposed to give in the Brad Cooper stream, guys, but I'm not going to apologize for it that much because it's my channel. I do whatever I want. But you know that is going to be there because of the views it brings. But for with that being said, let's just simply enjoy a video that complements men. I hope it does. Or is it? Or doesn't it? Let's find out.
Men are simple,
Yes.
okay? And I say this because I need to reassure myself sometimes that men are simple, okay?
Okay.
The main difference between a man and a woman is obviously our parts, but it's our
Okay.
hormones. And a man's hormones regenerate every 24 hours, whereas a woman's is 28 days.
Is it actually true? Or is it just wait? I'm really curious. I'm telling you, you're gonna be learning with me on these streams. How quick do male hormones regenerate? Uh, 4 to 6. Okay, okay. I think you're making this stuff up, woman. I could make a joke on it, but nah, I'll skip this joke for today. Let's keep watching.
Okay, we know this though. We know this. But one of the main factors that differentiate men and women is what we
Oh.
stress about. What does a man stress about and what does
I stress about Arsenal. No, actually, I don't stress about Arsenal. It's all a joke. I'm like, I got super chill with sports over the last year because kind of revisited some of my thoughts on life. Maybe still stressed when the national team plays, but it's always when it's something close to you. But even in club sport, no.
what does a woman stress about? Let me tell you,
Let's
okay?
go. Tell me what a
One
woman
of the
stresses
main
about.
things a man stresses about when he wakes up every morning is work. Okay? That is work. Now, women, if you're going to tell me work is the first thing you stress about in the morning, then you're a man. You're masculine. You're worried about the
Then you're
wrong
not a woman, you're a man. You just gave an excuse for all non-binary people to identify themselves as so.
things, okay? A man stresses about work the first thing he wakes up in the morning. Okay? That's when his testosterone levels are at its rise, its peak, right? Every morning a man wakes up.
Yeah,
Every healthy man wakes up.
exactly. He wakes up in the morning. He goes to bed in reasonable time, which is not about me. And he wakes up at a reasonable time as well, which is about me, but it's a bit screwed.
Stresses about work. He got to get it done. Okay? Women, the roof over your head was created by a man. Okay? The roads you're driving on, created by a man. Men are simple. They get the job done. They have to. They wake up every day stressing if they can.
Is this a parody on some kind of red pill podcast? Kind of looks like one. Maybe her content is like this. I don't know.
Women, what do we stress about? What do we stress about the most? Okay? What do we stress about pretty much when we wake up and then when we go to bed? Men. Men. We stress about men.
Interesting. Tell me
Now,
more.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing because
So,
subconsciously women are looking for their mate. We're looking for our husband, a father figure for our children. You know, we have every right to stress about getting our perfect man
true.
for our family, right? That is what we are
No props.
subconsciously looking for and what we're stressing about. But what it's getting to in this day and age is that we're looking over our shoulders. We're getting jealous. We're over here like we're getting insecure over men. We're feeling empowered and above men. Like how can you stress about a man and then feel like you're better than him? That makes no sense to me.
Well, what is the approximate age of women that feel, so to say. Well, how did she formulate it?
And like, how can you stress about a man and then feel like you're better than him? That makes no.
Like, what age is a woman, like an average age woman, that thinks a man is like, so you formulated the wrong way. You see, what's your name again? Sorry, no disrespect, just haven't had the time to. Keira, I'll figure it out. You formulated it wrong, Keira. You can't just say better. I don't think that they believe that men are better. They probably believe that they are better than men. They probably believe in some categories. Although no, that actually doesn't make sense, because then you could argue with that. Where if you take the general concept of better. Okay, okay. Then tell me this. What is the average age of those women who think they are better than men? I think it doesn't really reach over 25 or so. Maybe. I don't know. I'll just watch a video.
No sense to me. But like I said, we stress about two
Oh,
different
I have water
things
here somewhere.
on a regular basis. And a man's hormones fluctuate 24 hours compared to a woman's 28 days.
I googled. There's no facts.
It's different. It's so different. We are not equal. We are not the same, okay? This is where I say men and women are not the same. Now, as a whole, we are not all the same. Obviously, we have different personalities, but man, woman, different. We stress about different things. The second thing a man stresses about every day.
Come on. The sports team has to be there somewhere. Okay, work. Well, work leads to money. Probably money. I'll say money.
Is sex. Not women, not women, sex
Close
in
one.
general. Why? Because men need their testosterone to be catered to. Just like how a woman needs to be loved and nurtured, right? We need to be like assured. We need to be loved and, reassure us of our love and our beauty. That's all we need as a woman. Just tell us we're beautiful and we're fine. You know what I'm saying?
You're beautiful. It's true.
A man, he just needs some. He just needs some, especially in the morning. The morning is the best time to give it to him because
Why?
that's when he's ready. He's ready for the day. He's ready to take on any stress he can in his work life and the relationship. If you're over there like waking up in the morning questioning him already, like that's how it is. A man needs sex to validate himself. Like a man needs sex straight up like that. It's simple. It's not that he's out there looking for a better chick than you. It's not like he's lusting over everything. It's just his testosterone tells him he needs sex in order to get the job done.
Again, I was always uh head over emotions and over body kind of guy. But what she's saying is not completely a lie. There is some sense to it.
Literally, that is that. And if you think it's any more than that, you're making it more complicated than it is because he's a man. Okay? We're more complicated than that. We have hidden agendas that we don't even understand, okay? Emotional intelligence is what we have. Okay? And you just need to use that
Not
and
gonna
actually
lie.
get smart around about how men are.
Not gonna lie. You can call me sexist, but I think women are generally emotionally intelligent, more intelligent than men. I think this is a sexist statement to make, but I will still make it. Ban me if you want.
The second thing a woman stresses about.
Come on. Okay, okay. You've said men and sex. Okay, if a woman stresses about man, is it attached to man? Because I would say looks, but it's still attached to man, right?
Is kids. Okay, we stress about our kids, we stress about
Okay, enough of
emotional
those.
needs. You know, we might have an inner child in ourselves where that's where we take care of. That's what we stress about, right? We stress about having kids, we stress about our periods, we stress about that. That's what we stress about. Second to men. That's different than sex. Sex and kids correlate, but they're different, right? It's like the sex comes from the man, and then the women brings the children, and in return she has to take care of them, you know? Like
She
we
has to
both do.
stress
Men
about
and
them.
women take care of children, but women have this different connection with children because we literally birth them. That's why we stress about them, because we birthed them. Our umbilical cord was connected to them. That's why we stress more than men about children. But guess what? That goes to my third stress for men. So the first stress for men was work. The second stress was sex. And
Okay, something completely unattached. Work, sex, something completely unattached. Come on, you gotta put the sports team in it. It's the only logical thing that isn't unattached to it. I'm telling you this as a man.
the third one is kids, because of course a man's gonna stress about his kids. He's got kids.
Oh
Those are
my god, I'm so bad at humans. I mean, I'm comparing myself to Keira and not to some professional studies, but if Keira's right, then I'm wrong, which means I am bad, even in men's psychology.
his kids. That is his seed. That is who he is. And especially if he has a boy. Now, I'm not taking it away from daughters. You know, a man can love his daughter just as much
Sexism.
as his son. But think about that. That is a second him. That is a double him. Just like if I had a daughter, it would be a double me. So, after a man stresses about his work, he got his sex in, you know, he got his stuff figured out. That's when he starts figuring out, oh, what does my child need? He needs to go to a different school. He needs this for his future.
So her logic is that man wakes up, panics about work, releases it through sex, and now he can stress about the kid. How does this logic work? I'm not trying to like offend her. I'm trying to actually figure out the how did she come to this conclusion? Genuinely, I'm genuinely curious how.
What does my child need? She needs this. She needs to go to ballet. That's when a man thinks about his children after he's already gotten everything out of the way, that he can, put the roof over his children's head, and he can, have his testosterone figured out, because that's what a man needs. A man needs his testosterone leveled in every single day. Every single day, his testosterone levels out. Whereas a woman, it's like once a month, okay? We fluctuate in 28 days, and it's so different.
I genuinely haven't found any studies about. Maybe I only searched the first page of the Google, but she's referring to this argument so often. That's different. Talking difference. No, I genuinely don't know. Like, is she making these facts up? Who's the dummy here, me or her, or no one? Wait, wrong. I pressed the wrong button accidentally.
Like women, we need to understand this. And if you think you understand it, you need to repeat it and repeat it again. Because you'll find yourself in a situation where you're mad at your man for no reason. Okay? You need to understand your man and yourself. That's what it takes to be in a relationship. Straight up. And if you think you just need to understand yourself first, that's selfish. Okay? The third thing a woman stresses about.
Okay, come on. We had the man, we had the kids. I'll say friends for the sake of it. Because check this out. Everything that she said about the man was attached to people. Work, which is like boss and other random people. Sex, which is attached to his woman. And kids, which is attached to his kids. Women's logic is man, kids. Now I would say other women. Come on. It's up there. It's up there.
is her weight. Her weight.
Ah! Okay, I gotta be more quiet. Come on. I've been talking about the looks since the first second. How is this only number 3?
What she looks like. Okay? Because women, we take our beauty into the uppermost like echelon of value. We value our beauty, right? Because we age, and you know, when we're young, that's when we're the most beautiful, the most vulnerable. You know, that's where we feel the most valued, when we're young, right? So while we're stressing about men and children, we're also stressing about our weight and how we look, and we just want to be presented in a way that our man wants us, right? But the thing is, in order to keep your man, you need to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give up on yourself and expect your man to stay with you, you know? Like, even if you have kids, even if you did tie the knot, even if, you know, you've been together for 10 plus years, you still need to look good, not just for yourself, but for
But because this is what love is work, work, work. It's like everything in life. The moment you stop working on something, on a relationship, or in this case on yourself, that's when everything falls apart. Sad? No, because that's the truth. Truth can't be sad, it's the truth.
your man, because a man needs sex, okay? Not you. A man will never need you. A man will never need a woman. Just like a woman will never need a man. But the thing is, how contradicting it sounds, a man built the roof over my head, so technically a woman does need a man a little more than a man needs a woman.
I think you should be talking about specifics more. The thing about that I don't really like about her particular videos is that she takes some random general concepts and tried pulling them as the truth. Wait, I got some comments over here. What t-shirt am I wearing? I'm wearing my Arsenal t-shirt. I watched the game and they lost, which was obvious. But you know, as my friend says, hope always dies last.
Just because of the facts, you know, we both need each other. You know, we really do. But women, we need to stop being insecure over what our man thinks and how he's judging, and we just need to stop overthinking that, please, because men are just so simple. All you need to do is just communicate. All you need to do is work on yourself, do the things you gotta do, and that's all a man really cares about. He doesn't care if you're richer than him. He doesn't care if you're successful. He doesn't care what you got going on. If you're failing in something, or if you don't know what, being indecisive as a woman is okay. But if you're gonna sit there and play victim to everything in your life, like, a man doesn't want to stress about that. He already stresses about work. Work is the first thing he stresses about. And if he's not stressing about work,
about the
then
money,
he's probably playing around, and he's freaking around because he's stressing about sex. Okay? So to know you have a good man in your life is to know that he is
okay, that actually starts making sense now. Now that I really think about it, does start making some common sense.
stressing about these 3 things in the correct order: work, sex, kids. That is the correct order that a man stresses about. Okay? And I don't know, I'm not saying I'm professional here. I'm just saying I have experience, and I need to reassure myself as a woman, because
Same as I do,
I
Keira.
don't want to play victim. I don't want to act like I'm better than men, and I don't want to act like I'm better than any other woman, because I'm humbly myself. I am myself. And I learned a lot of different things in this life, about hormones and how we react to certain situations, and men and women are so different. We're so different.
I still haven't found the studies that actually prove her words. Keira, if you're ever going to watch this stream, please DM me and send me these studies. I really want to find out. Like, genuinely, I want to figure out this world. So why don't you share a piece of your knowledge with me?
Especially when we wake up in the morning. Men are so different than women. Like, I swear, there's a lot of women out there that are really trying to play this man role, and it's like it's not my life, so I don't gotta really worried about it, but I think there's girls out there that are really confused, and they're blaming men for things, and they're calling men dogs, and men are dogs, but you know what? A man will literally tell you that he is a dog, because simple as that, he can actually be honest with himself.
He's a
Women, we need to be
dog.
honest with ourselves and be honest with what's going on. Be aware, be self-aware of what a man is actually bringing to you and what you see in him. Obviously, if there's a bad guy out there, you can just see it. Like, you can't hide away from bad people. Bad people are bad, okay? But I'm talking hormone-wise. Men do not stress about the stuff we stress about. They don't. They don't care. They do not care. We're complicated for a reason, because men simply don't care about that stuff. So who else is going to care about it? We do. And that's just recognizing the strengths and weaknesses in men and women. And that's just how we yin and yang together. And if we're just going to combat all the time, we're all going to be single and old, and we're just going to be miserable. No kids, or even if we have kids, the kids are going to be traumatized. Like, we're trying to break this cycle of
Okay, I think I got her circle of thinking. Reason how she was thinking is if we look at this at the fact of ancient people. Like work, let's take man. Work, which is basically, I don't know, go kill the elephant, bring food to the table, etc., etc. Come back with that. Have fun with the woman, make kids, worry about them. This is an ancient man. This is why there's no sports team involved. Now, for a woman, it was man who is going to like bring her the food, who is going to protect her, give her a house. Then it was the kids, because the man impregnated her, she brought him kids and then had to stress about them. And the last thing is her own looks, because she was supposed to maintain them, to keep them, so that she could stay with that same man who took care of her. I think I got her logic. It's just that she implemented the circle on everyday on nowadays views, which is an interesting way to look at this philosophy. And I like this video. It made me think about stuff.
traumatic divorced families. Like, it's almost normal. It is normal. If anything, it's like, oh, your parents are together? That's weird. That's weird. Your parents are still together? Like, think about that. Love is supposed to be pure. Love is true. Love is understanding the other person and their hormones and why they act the way they do. And, I feel like I'm talking to mainly the women. I'm targeting the women, because we just need to reassure ourselves, okay? We need to reassure ourselves in how we feel around men. Why do we feel this way around this guy? Why do we feel so, insecure? Why do we feel so like looking over my shoulders? Because you like him. Like, just freaking show it. Just show you like him. Show that you care. You know what I'm saying? Don't question him and then make it this whole big ordeal when it's so simple. It's so simple, because guess what? He probably likes you too, but he doesn't know how to go about it because he's not intuitive like a woman. Okay? But
I like
that's as
how
simple
she
as
cut straight to the point. This is actually good content. Maybe we will dedicate the stream to her. Maybe even today's if I find another interesting video.
I can put it into terms of differences in men and women. Like, that's the best I can do it, because I'm not trying to get too controversial here. I'm not a man. Okay, I can't speak for men, but I can speak in the perspective of a woman who's in a relationship with a man. A masculine man who wakes up every day healthy, right? Women, you need to understand what you need to do every morning.
I'm telling you, I like this content. It feels like I'm talking to another person. Okay, Keira, you deserved another video. I'm gonna go watch another video for her. I don't care if these reactions get views. Maybe they won't. Then I won't be doing them anymore. But I'm enjoying it. That's the main goal.
Because guess what? Every day, every single day, men cater to us whether we are in a relationship or not. Like, come on. It's just that simple. Like, men will still hold the door open for you. Men will still stop on the side of the road and ask if you're okay. Men will still help you. Men are out there to really, men are amazing. And they're simple. They're not complicated. We make it more complicated than it has to be. Like, just as straightforward as it, it sounds like I'm going on a rampage, but I'm a woman. This is as simple as terms I can put it in because women need to understand this. And I believe that is my calling today. I wanted to create this video because I created a video about women and how women are complicated.
We're watching this now. I don't care. We're watching this now.
And just as women are complicated, we're worth it though. You know, women are worth it. Men are worth it too. Quite honestly, I'm living in an apartment that a man built. So, men are simple, and we just need to keep reminding ourselves that.
I think that's the end of the video. Moral of the story. Moral of the reaction. Men are simple, and everything amazing is simple. I screwed the ending. That's not how I wanted to end it. But in any case, this was zynovii7 giving you a new reaction, introducing to a new YouTuber who we never watched before. Comment below what you think about this, and also you remember the system. You liked the video if you enjoyed it, you disliked it if you didn't enjoy it. But as always, please write a comment if you didn't like it, because I want to know why. Come on. Let's make this channel better. For those of you watching on replay, I'll see you in my other reactions.